In the last episode, we moved the boat up to the Cairn Locks near Devizes and then tracked back to find a mooring because there was none up to that point. We then picked up where we left off with the 1,000,001 tasks that we still have to do with putting the boat back together on the inside. But we're getting there. Sometimes we're a long way from the van to move stuff in, but we've got a bed on boat and we're able to have a bit of a rest in between sorting out where we're going to put all the boxes of stuff from the storage unit. Our good friend Dave Allen popped up to the boat overnight after he'd been doing his various mixing jobs and working in the studio to hook up all the electrics to the batteries and also hook up the plumbing to the water tank and the calorifier. I think I've said that wrong, which gives us the hot water. Without him, I'd be lost. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing there. But at least now we can charge our phones up and we can start to work from the boat. And yeah, we get water in there as well. So we're starting to live on the boat thanks to Dave Allen. 5th of September, just woken up on the boat, stretched about 8:30, and we're just walking now past Martin Slade. That's the Fox Hangers Marina, and this is the stretch where we first moored when we came down on the 19th, and we've moved about half a mile behind us at the moment. On the way to breakfast, a great little post office which has got a cafe in a village called Seend. And for those of you like Wikipedia, Seend is a word that means a sandy place in Old English. So it's changed a bit now. There's manor houses and all sorts up there, but there's a brilliant cafe there. He's a musician as well, so we clicked instantly. So we're going back to have some breakfast at the post office in Seend with the 2 dogs in tow, or us in tow. 2 dogs are in front of us. After that, we went back to Dorset to do some studio work, but then, as luck would have it, came back to the Bell on the Common, which is not far away from where our boat is, where Matt did a gig, and that was well received, and really enjoyed that. So then we had to go back to the studio again, such is modern life. So it's the something of September, probably the 10th of September, and we're on the way up to Legless again to do a bit more work on her and sleep over on a couple of days. We've just been to the storage unit, which is based outside Blandford, and we've got about 3/4 of that down now. We had a sofa in there, or got a sofa in there that I'm not able to get onto the boat, unfortunately. I'm so sad about that. But so we're going to get rid of that another way. But we've got some units, shelves, things that we can now start to put things on inside the boat while we're still doing work to the floors. The key is to try and do things to the floors and the walls at the moment. So that was a puddle.
That was a puddle.
And so we're excited. Every time we go up to the boat, we're doing a little bit more to it. It's getting more and more home-like as we get up there. A couple more trips up with stuff from the unit, and we don't need the unit anymore, so that's the plan in the next couple of weeks. So we got the Fox Hangers, and bless them, they let us park the van, which is nearer to the boat. So we're on the last load from the van. Fox Hangers Marina let us park there, and guess where the boat is? There. Just behind that hedge. We've got to go up this little road here through that gate. But yeah, it's better than the mile walk it would have taken if we had to park at Martin Slade. So thanks to Fox Hangers Marina for letting us park our van and unload the gear. Next move is to get it onto the boat and back to the van, and then we park it at Martin Slade and walk the dogs through all this rain. You got to love the weather, and you got to love it if you're on the canal as well. We're on the boat. We've moved to transporter van loads of stuff. My hair's a mess, never mind. Always starts raining when we start to do that, so we got soaked. Dogs had a nice little walk with us. There's Tufty. Hello, Tufty. There's Kira. And the boat looks even more of a bomb site now. But we're just about to have something to eat. Got the cool box. We've just bought some provisions and ready to spend a couple of days here, tidying all this up, trying to find places to put things, and then get on with the floor and the walls, hopefully. before next week's adventures. So we're out going shopping in the van. Just thought I'd show you what I can see here. There's a lovely heron. I don't know if you see him on the other side of the lock, just by the Fox Hangers Marina. There he is, just watching us and the dogs and Mel, keeping an eye on us. So yeah, boat's just around that corner. Beautiful day for not moving any gear. Typically, every time we want to move some stuff like yesterday, it helps it down. Well, we've been shopping today. Again, it's sunny. When we got all the stuff back, it was pissing down. And now we got in here, it's sunny again. And my phone's just dried off, so I thought I'd do a little quick video. But one of the things we got that I've been meaning to get is the hooks carry the fenders. So these are the fenders. We've got 6 of these. They're made of rubber. The idea is you put them on the side of your boat. I've already done 5 of them there. Just tied them to the right length. There's that one, there's one in the middle, there's one right at the end. So I'm just going to put the last one on. But as you see, we've got this bridge here, which is made of metal. It's on the side of the boat, runs the whole length of it. In the middle there's like a handle as well. But there was nothing really to tie the fenders on without getting these hooks. I was going to make them out of wood, but I saw them at the boatyard in Hilperton today. I've got no idea how much they were each. I bought 6 of them. I just tied the rope on to the end there, and it's just the right length. All 6 of them. I've just spent hours getting it right, which is unlike me. But just put them over the edge, hook that on without dropping it in the water, hang it down, and that's that side done as well now. So now we've got 6 fenders. It's not like ramming everybody, but it is basically you do bump into each other, and it's sometimes it's required to get the right alignment when you go into a lock like that behind me, which is boat next to each other, 1 and 2. So just to get in there, you gently sort of nudge in and squeeze in. There's literally an inch either side, so if anybody could do it without that, then they're obviously very good at what they do. So there's another job done. The fenders are now put on legless. It's also helped that it's been raining today as well, because we've been working out where all the leaks are in the skylights and portholes and the duck hatches and things like that. So Mel's just gone round and put Sikaflex in the edges. If you could see any daylight, or if you couldn't see any daylight, we've just put Sikaflex around the edge there. And Mel's done all 4 of these. I think I did that one, that's why you can see Sikaflex everywhere.
Yeah, mine are really neat.
Yeah, yours are really neat. Yeah, so things are coming together. Mel spent a lot of time yesterday making things a bit neater. As you can see, we've now got sort of an area for everything, which is fantastic. The next big job we've got to do is, and I know this looks counterintuitive, but we've got to screw the floor down with tech screws, because there's metal girders underneath this and the floorboards are still loose. So what I wanted to do is get the wood that's underneath that sofa on top of this pile. So we're going to move the wood burner to over there temporarily, where you can see there was a leak. That's what we were looking out for, so that means that shouldn't get any worse, because that's now been Sikaflexed, and we're not paid to say Sikaflex, but it's obviously good stuff. But we'll put that pile of wood on top of this pile of wood. That's thicker plywood. This is thinner. That thicker plywood is going to go on the bottom edges of the walls here once the floor's down and screwed in. Then this thinner stuff is going to go both on the roof first, and then we cover the walls with this. So hopefully then it'll look a bit more homely. We can then put things on the walls, but also start constructing things like the bathroom with plywood as well. And we're just having a little bit of a wind down now. There's Kira saying, this is my bed and this is where I'm going to sleep tonight. And Tufty says, well, this is my bed, I don't know where you're going to sleep. That's just out of the back, just taking it all in. It's lovely just sitting here and in the quiet, listening to the nature and the gentle rocking of the boat. Highly recommend this. We have a lot of work to do, but bit by bit we're getting there. It feels like home already. Tomorrow going back to the studio in Dorset. I've got 3 gigs over the weekend, and one of them, ironically, is up the road. But that's the way it goes. It's still better than working for a living. Another great day as a musician and a canal boat liver on a. Woo! It's morning. Tufty says so. Yeah. Hello, he says. Yeah. Get up and do something, he says. Yeah, we just got up. We're now going to make the move back to the studio in Dorset today. I've got a few gigs on this weekend. Coming back Tuesday and carry on with the work that we've done. It was heavily raining last night, so Mel went around all of the windows and did the thing that we did before, which was plug up where the leaks are. It's good that it's raining, and it's good that we haven't put the. Thank you, Tufty. It's good that it's raining. It's good that we hadn't put the wood on yet, because you can see slight bits of air coming through the windows there. That's where the water's coming through. And it's difficult to see when you're doing it at the time, but you can see the little black marks around. Well, we went around and did some Sikaflex yesterday and plugged up most of it, but of course you're never going to get all of it in one go, and this was probably the worst one. This is the one I did. I was going to say the one it was Mel did, but she did.
Kind of neat.
Tufty agrees. And yeah, so just Sikaflex is like a gel. You see it still on my fingers, that you squeeze into there, and then that helps it to be waterproof. But it's good it was raining hard, because you can then identify where the leaks are. I'm going to go ruin that again. We don't want to do it when it's wet though, so we're going to have to wait till we come back. So just sitting there, just relaxing in between jobs, and it's this heron. It's just caught a fish, and it looks like it's going to go try and get another one. Don't want to spook it. Another one. You feel sorry for the fish, but what a wonderful thing to see. Why is he drinking out of the muddy pond when there's a whole canal next to it? Maybe. Which is better, I don't know. It's, I don't know, 16th of September or something. And we spent the day here at the boat. We just put the dogs out on the deck because we're in the process finally of screwing down the floor using tech screws. It's a nightmare job. It's trying to get them to go into the girders, and sometimes you have to take 2 or 3 goes at it. But we've got this far where that little line is. You can just about see a faint line where we've moved the wood burner to. Those upright stanchions are where all the girders are going across. So we like screwing things in, these bits of wood in. And the next thing to do as we go along is to panel the bottom half of the walls with, that's one pile of plywood, but that's thin plywood. Under the settee, you can just about see that's where we put the bed settee, of course. So to make things a bit simpler, we're now going to move the bed settee onto the bed, just temporarily, and then that frees up that wood for us to be able to put it onto this pile, which as and when we need that, we can use this and get the wood out of the way and put it on the walls. So it's not taking up 2 lots of space, it makes sense. But we've been steadily bringing stuff over from the storage unit, and now it's like a sliding puzzle, trying to put things out of the way and get things out of the way. But the more we do, the more space there is, and then we find it's easier. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. Hello, Kira. Hello, Tufty. There's Mel. All day yesterday she spent putting sealant around these inlets and valves and skylights and everything we've got on the roof, and also the portholes on the side, inside as well, because we've been getting leaks when it's been raining, and that's expected really when you get a new build. But there's that one she's looking at now, the third one along out of 4 from where I am, that just persists in leaking. And so what we're doing is we're wondering if it's the bolts. So she's going to tape up the bolts. If it rains tonight, if it leaks through, then we know it's not the bolt, it's something else. If it does work, then we know it's the bolts. So we have to work on maybe get some rubber seals around it. Yeah, but today's been a busy day. Just got back from the shop after moving all of the stuff from the storage unit in Child Oakford. 3 trips there, 3 van loads, now all packed in. We look like the warehouse out of Raiders of the Lost Ark. So it's unpacking and moving things, even the sideboard, but all good. Every time we do something, we're getting one step closer. Tufty says good morning. Good morning, Tufty. Kira goes, leave me alone. I'm still sleeping. We decided to put them on the sofa bed last night on their beds, and they really enjoyed it there. So, yeah, it's about 8:30. And Thursday, the September something. We're moving the boat today. Hawkeye, who's next to us at the moment, has suggested where we should move to, which is going to be Sells Green, near a pub called the Three Magpies. Mel's just been looking at the engine room. We need to deal with the water that's getting in because it looks like it's making it rust a little bit. So anti-rust treatment or spray or something will work that out. How it's getting in we don't know, because it's not getting rusty on the outside there. So it could be something to do with the propeller. We'll have a look at that. Won't we, engine room person?
Yes, we will, after I've got the splinter out of my foot.
Okay, do you want me to help you with that? You might have to take your boots off for it.
It's alright, I'll do it in a sec.
Alright. So, so in a minute we'll be sailing for about a mile and a bit down to Sells Green, which is actually not that way. It's actually that way. Here we are moving now. Just been through one lock. Mel's done the lock. She's walking the dogs behind us. She'll be sort of catching us up. Our plan is to go about half a mile further, and then we'll be ending up at something called Sells Green, near a pub called the Three Magpies, which is a great little pub. This is roughly where we moored up on our first day coming the other way. So where we're headed to now is where we came from on the first day of putting the boat in the water on the 19th of August. This is Martin Slade, and it's a great spot because on the right hand side of here there's a car park owned by a landowner who charges £5 a week for your car to be there. And it's a decent, place to be able to get stuff on, like we have all our gear. It's about a mile away from where we were just previously, so there was a couple of times we had to walk some bits and bobs along the path here on my trolley for about a mile, but getting me fitter, it's always a good thing. Alright, we found our spot. We are about half a mile away from Bridge 149 at Sells Green, which is the nearest bridge to the Three Magpies. That's south of us. Beautiful landscape. And there's the canal that we came up earlier on today. It's always nice to start a video with dogs looking at you through the rear hatch. There's a euphemism. So the next big job. We thought the biggest job, well, it actually was, the biggest job was to move the storage unit into the boat. We've done that. The boxes are yet to be sorted, and Mel's just down at the other end now, behind the bed. And there's a storage area underneath that deck there. And she's working out what boxes are there, what we've got in the boxes here, what needs to be put at the back, all that sort of thing. While we're doing that, we're still going around doing the walls. And you can see how I've just put the walls screwed in just quickly there. What's going to happen eventually is that they're going to be cut to that height so that they then go underneath this lip here, and then the other panel will come down from the top flush against this bit of wood, and then they'll go just alongside that. There'll be a little bit of an overhang there, which we can do something with, like maybe shelving or something like that. But because of space constraints and the way we're doing things, this pile of wood here, which is the wood that's going on the walls, is right up against the side there, and I need to sort of move that over, and I can't move it all in one go. So I'm going to be moving the panels bit by bit and just pinning them up quickly so that they're almost in situ where we need them to be, and then as we go along we've then got this space to play with to move things around a bit more. It's going to make a bit more space for us to do it, so well deserved rest then.
Absolutely, I think so. It's a good few hours work.
2 days work. Anyway, we started off as the warehouse from Raiders of the Lost Ark. We've managed to find places for that pile of wood, which isn't there anymore. So the thick wood is all under the bed, apart from 3 bits here, which was inserted on the side. All of the thin plywood, we put 3 lots and then just pinned them up where they're roughly going to be going when we've cut them to the right size. And 3 lots are because of the bottom half, top half, and also the roof. So it means that the wood's in roughly the right place, but not in the way of when we're just going about doing what we're doing. Boxes in the middle, dog beds. I said dog beds. Dog beds, yeah. That is your dog bed. Okay, mummy's more interesting. And then the loo area, clothes, bed, and then a lot of storage stuff underneath the front, the bow. So yeah, well earned rest. It's about 5 o'clock. We might go up to the pub, the barge.
Go to the Three Magpies because it's closer. My legs.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where the boat or the car is as well, isn't it? So there's no point going any further. Okay, then that's the thing. Three Magpies. Maybe see you there.